Can you use your inside voice?
No!
We don't need to yell. Okay.
I'm so glad you made this video because you are not alone in misunderstanding or having been misled about what gentle parenting actually is. It's not your fault. There's a lot of bad information out there. There's also a lot of incomplete information. People love to talk about the first half of this, the easy part of this, staying calm and validating their feelings, but they leave out the second half, which I would argue is actually the more important half. And that is the high expectations, the confident leadership, the firm boundaries. That's a much more nuanced conversation. That's not a 1-minute TikTok. You've given us a great visual here of how misunderstanding, gentle parenting, or only sort of doing that first half puts you square into permissive parenting territory. Permitting chairs being thrown at you, right? Permitting being hit and scratched and pinched repeatedly. Permissive parenting is a really uncomfortable situation for everyone involved. I don't have to tell you that, you were there. Parents are unsure of themselves. They don't really know how to react to things as they come. Kids are flailing without a boundary in sight, and society is affected when these kids turn 18. Think Brock Turner, coddled and excused and bailed out at every turn, never once experiencing a consequence to an action, and then unleashed on society mid-adolescence. The most dangerous animal in the world is a man who was permissively parented. Enough theory, let's get into how to fix this for you. I don't know what led up to this, so I'm just gonna make up a scenario. Maybe she was playing outside and she got hot and tired and thirsty and she wanted to let herself into the house and realized she cannot do that on her own. The door is locked, right? That's so frustrating. So all of these things, the hot, the tired, the thirsty, the frustrated, she barely has frontal lobes. It has all spiraled into this tantrum. You don't like how she's expressing this frustration, so you latch on to what you can control, which is whether or not the door gets opened, right? And you want her to ask nicely before you give her what she wants. I get it. I've been there. Gentle parenting, RIE, authoritative, it's all basically the same thing. The big difference between this and what I call default parenting is that it's a mindset shift. We need to shift over to the knowledge and the belief that tantrums are not bad behavior, that this is an age-appropriate expression of frustration, and feelings do not need to be fixed. She can feel frustrated, she can express that frustration in an age-appropriate way, and we guide her a little at a time, over time, into expressing it differently. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. We're gonna get up off our butt, we're gonna go right over to her and look her in the eyes. Whoa, are you tired and thirsty? Oh, and the door is locked, that is so frustrating. Let's get inside and cool off. And as I am unlocking the door, I'm not requiring her to do this right now. I'm telling her what she can do next time. As I'm doing it, I say, next time you can say, I'm hot and the door is locked, right? I'm giving her language for next time. I'm giving her a script for next time. And I'm staying on her side. I'm using let's, I'm using we. Let's go inside, let's cool off. And I'm matching her energy. Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. That's how we keep connection. It's you and me against the heat, right? It's not you and me against each other. That's it. You go inside, you cool off, and you stay connected, and you keep working on this a little at a time. Now, what if we really couldn't go inside until she was quiet? Maybe her baby sibling was sleeping inside. In that case, you set a perfect boundary here, and you stayed calm and you let her feel her feelings outside without waking up the baby. I'm gonna put that scenario in my little diagram here. Here's your kid losing their mind at the door, and here is your very reasonable boundary. Around here, we ask ourselves 4 questions before we decide on a boundary. What is my boundary? Why? Is it reasonable? Can I follow through on it? That boundary passes with flying colors. Just keeping the door locked because you don't like how she's expressing herself does not. It really doesn't pass number 2 and 3. Like, why am I holding this boundary and is it reasonable? Now, if you're new to the diagram, everything between your kid and your boundary is all the freedom that we can allow in this situation. Freedom is our best bet at kids staying inside of our boundaries on their own. So in here, we ask ourselves, what can she do? She can scream, she can cry, she can keep playing if she wants to, she can go cool off in the shade. What she can't do is go inside while she's being loud. Here's what that looks like on your end. Whoa, are you really hot and thirsty? Oh, and the door is locked. That's so frustrating. Okay, we have to be really quiet for, and I always use the baby's name. I never say the baby, because he's sleeping. As soon as you can be quiet, we can go inside and cool off. Now, if that has calmed her down a little bit, if she's seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, you can give her some methods. I like to take a deep breath to calm myself down. If she's still screaming in your face, she can't learn right now, okay? Don't even worry about giving methods right now. And now we shut up. We are not going to keep explaining over and over. When you're ready to be nice, we can go inside. When you say it nicely, we can go inside. She heard us the first time. She is now in control of whether she can go inside or not. She knows the deal and she can make the choice.